Hello, I'm Ariana. If you're new here on this channel, we deconstruct makeup looks so you can upgrade your makeup skills bag. Today we're getting into this 90s inspired blue smoky eye. You can take this technique and run with it with any color combination you like, but this is how we got here. So the palettes that we're using are going to be the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette and the ColourPop on Cloud Blue palette. All of these products will be linked in the video, and we're going in with eye prep. So I used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer to prep the eyes. When I do like to go in with a colorful eyeshadow, I do go in with a concealer that's much lighter than my skin tone to make sure that the color shows through better than it would without eyeshadow prep. I personally do not own eyeshadow primer, so this is why I use concealer, but do your thing if that's what you do. But I would recommend prepping your eyes if you do want this look or the eyeshadow to last longer, and it also prevents fallout a little bit because it's creating a nice base for your eyeshadow to stick to, and it's also color correcting your lids if you do have kind of discoloration or an uneven base to work with, and this will just prep your eyes for beautiful eyeshadow application. Now, when you do use eyeshadow primer or concealer, you want to make sure that the canvas is nice and blank and there's no creases before you add in your eyeshadow powder. So the first thing that we're going to do is take a shader brush, which is basically a dome shaped packer brush. It's really short, and this allows you to control the pigment that you're using and keep it in one place. I'm using the ColourPop eyeshadow brush set, and I'm going in with that dark blue on the outer corner only, and then I'm swiping off my brush into a color switch, which is basically just taking off the eyeshadow so that the brush is nice and clean, and then I'm going in on the edges to kind of buff it out to make it easier to blend in the following shade. So after we buffed out the edges, I'm going back in with a darkish taupey kind of grayish shade from the Patrick Ta palette, and I'm working that in the crease area on the outer corner, and then I'm also going to take it all the way into the inner corner. So this is going to be kind of like a smoky eye that has a lighter inner corner lid area with a dark contrasting crease shade. Now I do kind of want to gradually build that color in the crease. I don't want the crease to be crazy dark or really gray, but I do want to create kind of like a nice contrast between that and the lid. So I am going to go in a couple times with that gray just to build it up to get it to the darkness that I want it to be. And as we add in more eyeshadow, we are going to go back in with the first shade that we put on so that we can blend everything together nice and smoothly. Another thing to keep in mind that when you do add in your transition shades, then the outer corner is going to get blown out a little bit more, as well as the size of brush that you're using. So this brush is bigger than the last two that we were using, and this is going to kind of blow out the eyeshadow to create more of a larger winged out look. So if you do want to create kind of like an eyeshadow wing, I would suggest using that or doing that with a transition shade so that it doesn't look like a really harsh dark eyeshadow wing, which is another reason why we put that dark blue just on the outer corner and we didn't take it out too far. So after we got the crease and the lid where we want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the brow bone with a light white bone shade, and then we're going to take that same shade and go in on the inner corner and the negative space on the lid. So I'm basically taking kind of like a concealer brush, but a little bit of a fluffier concealer brush, and I'm just packing that white shade onto that lid area that we didn't really touch yet. This is gonna make sure that the consistency of that white shade is the same in all of the areas that we're putting it to make sure that it's not patchy looking. Then when we get closer to that blue, we're gonna kind of release pressure so that it looks like it's blending into that blue nice and seamlessly, but we are gonna go back in with the blue and all of the shades really just to kind of blend them together a little bit more. So we're literally like layering everything and blending out the edges to make sure that it's nice and smoky, blended, no harsh lines. And I'm using a larger fluffy blending brush to do this because we kind of laid the foundation on already. It's not really going to matter if the eyeshadow moves around that much. As you go in with a kind of like light blue shimmer shade to put in the brow bone just to add a little bit of a reflective pop of color in that area. Totally up to you if you like a matte or a glowy highlight. So you can definitely stop there, but I did want it to be a little bit more blue, so I added a lighter blue in between that dark blue and the white shade on the lid, and I just kind of wanted more of a pop of color, so I just kind of tapped on that blue, and now I'm going ahead and just reinforcing that darker blue to blend everything together again. So when you are going over your blending with new eyeshadow, you want to make sure that you're picking up a really small amount of pigment along with a really small amount of pressure when you are blending them together. The pressure that you use when you are blending with a brush really makes or breaks the blend that you come out with. So I am happy with where the eyeshadow is at right now, and we're going to go ahead and move on to eyeliner. So I'm using the Tarte Double Take eyeliner. This is a pencil and a felt tip liner, and we're going to create a nice bold wing. If you are uncomfortable with wings, I would suggest finding an eyeliner that is a bit forgiving, as well as one that has a long tip or a long brush, because the longer the tip, the straighter the line. So I like to start on the outer corner with my eyeliner and then create that base line going out from following my lower lash line, and then I just kind of like to fill it in from there. You can definitely make your wing as thick as you want or as thin as you want, but this is where I am landing. And I also did go ahead and opt for an inner corner wing as well. So the way that I like to do this is follow my lash line and kind of just extend it, or imagine that it's being extended, literally the same as creating an outer wing toward the outer corner, and then just connecting that to the lower lash line. So most of the work is just kind of making sure that you're creating a straight line going from your upper lash line, and then literally just connect it to the bottom. This can be a little bit scary, but remember, concealer is like an eraser. So now that we've got the eyeliner done, we're going to go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line. This is completely optional, but I feel like it does really change up the look and adds a lot more drama to it. So I went ahead and lined my waterline with some pencil liner, and I kind of tried to drag that through my lower lash line as well, just to kind of make the smoking out part a little bit easier for me. Going in with an angled brush and kind of smoking out that leftover pencil liner, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in some eyeshadow. So I'm taking a kind of like dark brown, cool tone dark brown from the Patrick Ta palette, and I'm lining it as close to my lash line as possible, just because I don't really like smoking out my lower lash line too far. I feel like it really makes the look just so much more heavy, so I want to keep it as close to the lash line as I can. And then I went in with a blending brush and kind of smoked that out a little bit more and added a transition shade so it's nice and complete looking. And then I went ahead and cleaned up the outer corner with some concealer. This part is going to make sure that both of your eyes are symmetrical. If your wings are kind of wonky, or if your eyeshadow isn't exactly in the same spot as it is on the other eye, this is what's going to make your eyes look much more even and give you a little eye lift as well. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to mascara. This is the L'Oreal Panorama mascara. This mascara is so good. I love how it gets really into the lashes because the wand is so sturdy, and the formula is pretty good as well. So I went ahead and put that on the upper lash line and the lower lash line as well, and then I'm going in with some lashes too. So these are the Lily Lashes self-adhesive lashes. They don't need glue. Really interesting and actually really easy to put on. These are in the style Miami, but I would also recommend an eyelash that flares out at the end that would reinforce that winged out shape even more. So this is the final look. It's very 90s inspired, I would say, and I really like how it came out, and I feel like blue goes with brown eyes really well. So please let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and leave a like down below. It really does help me out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!